And how do you do, my fellow squishies? No, I totally did not absolutely forget to push the button to make the live stream scheduled. Why do you ask? Yeah. As usual, this would not be a Sacred Cow's Shipyard live stream if I didn't manage to mess something up somewhere. So I'm not really anticipating many people showing up for this one, but that's fine. We'll play some games, we'll have some fun, and we'll move on with our existences. And I just realized I totally forgot to do something. Oh well, we'll figure it out as we go. And in the meantime, for the, well, now one of you who has shown up, any confirmation that I'm being heard would be nice. It's the little things in existence, you know, whatever. There we go. Gleaton, hello, how are you? Because once again, my live stream is not, there we go. My live stream playback is for some reason not working, and I don't know why. And since no one is going to show up to this particular live stream, we are doing an experiment. There are some buttons that have now gone away because I have clearly pushed the start button, and that breaks everything. Where were they? Buttons, buttons, buttons. So many buttons. Humies love their buttons. Yeah, really. Anyways, I'm messing with the latency right now. Normally we have been running the live streams on low latency, the other options being normal latency, and now we are attempting ultra low latency. I'm not really sure what the difference is. Apparently ultra low latency does not support 1440p and that would be why I'm currently failing on. I am getting an alert that things have gone horribly, horribly wrong. I don't know how to change the settings. Oh no. How do I change the settings? Well, maybe we will not. Maybe this will be a very short-lived experiment. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Buttons. Like, seriously. Where do I change these settings? I don't know. Fascinating. Are y'all seeing the usual intro image? How about that? Let's start with that question, and if the answer is yes, I simply won't bother with fixing the details. Okay, if you're seeing the image, then I will ignore this happy, very bright orange banner and move on with the show. Because it's warning me that apparently I'm using the wrong resolution, which is almost certainly correct, and I don't know how to fix it right now. Well, you know, details. Don't I have minions for this sort of thing? Man, I wish. But do you have any idea how hard it is to get good help? Especially out here. How would I adjust the resolution mid-flight? So many buttons and so little useful ones. Oh well. That is not, in fact, Christopher Walken. That's what's out for flying fornication's sake. I will always forget this poor Humi's name. He's one of my favorite actors, and I can never remember his damn name. I always have to look him up in Con Air, because he played the creepy, I guess he was technically a pedo. Steve Buscemi. Yes, Steve Buscemi. I love how he always just leans straight into the role of being the awkward, weird guy. And he's so good at it. Now, Christopher Walken can also lean into the awkward, weird guy role as well and be remarkably good at it as well, although I always preferred his dancing. That was an amazing music video. Well, this is always a question, Jed Brown. I saw a video recently of names. The The guy who plays in Shazam, Zack, not Snyder, the other one. Words. They're hard. Zachary Levi. There we go. Yes, Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi openly admitted that in Chuck, he basically didn't act. He was just being himself, and everyone else around him was going along with that. And, I mean, maybe that works for Steve Buscemi, too. He may not have to act. He maybe just is that way. And yes, we are, in fact, watching a game today, Gleaton. We normally start the procedure with 5 to 10 minutes of me rambling on about absolute nonsense to allow people to show up, since I always hate that awkward silence at the beginning of meetings where, well, let's wait for everyone to arrive. And yes, weapon of choice was the music video in question by not by Christopher Walken. It was by Fatboy Slim, of course. But, and Tarmac is here. And in deference to Tarmac's sensitive motion sickness issues, not to call him out or anything like that, we will in fact be playing a different game tonight, Sean. We will be playing Breachway yet again, if I can pull it up. Let's hope things don't explode. Hey, look, I see it. I don't know if you guys see it. For those of y'all who have not played Breachway with us before, it is a peculiar little deck-building game, kind of like Dominion, maybe, if you stretch hard enough, and involves very little motion sickness triggering things. So, yeah. It's no worries, Tarmac. I was getting kind of burned out on banging my way through Everspace anyway, so a break is not that bad before we have to dive back into Dredge one more time in 48 hours, yeah. The game does not actually involve barrel rolls, thankfully. There's actually very little movement in this game, aside from the little flashy stars going by, which are kind of cute and all. Alright, I believe I have unlocked some interesting stuff in this game, so let's take a look at what's going on. Okay, we have the Moorcock, which I believe is a reminiscent name from our FTL days. And then we have the Moorcock in red. Well, you know. Oh, they're all just named Moorcock. Okay, fine. That's a little boring. So we have the Pulse Laser Burst Shield Supply Depot variant. And then we have the Quad Flak Pulse Shield Supply Depot variant, which apparently can mount more weapons. Yes, but lacks a utility hardpoint. Interesting. And since it's red, it clearly goes faster, right? And yes, you can actually execute a barrel roll in Everspace Javier 707. You just need to turn off the horizon leveling option that I enabled just to make things a little easier for everyone, but apparently that just made things not any easier at all, so, you know, whatever. And yes, this is in fact the flak ship of the game, and the other one is the pulse laser of the game. We've done the pulse laser one enough, I think. Let's try out the flak one and see what happens. I like that we come with an AI already built in, but no actual weapon for said AI. Kind of peculiar. Both start with... Oh, actually, the flak one actually has more armor as well. That seems handy. 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this one actually makes more energy, but this one requires more mass, because I think... Oh, no, it doesn't require more mass. Those just take ordnance. Why does this make mass so much? Maybe for the shields? Must be for the shields. Yeah, the flaks just take ordnance, which makes sense. The lasers take both ordnance and energy. And I always enjoyed how ordnance and ordnance are frequently very difficult to tell apart in your language, spoken verbally, aside from context. I mean, hopefully a legislative ordinance doesn't actually involve shooting anything, but maybe it does. A red rocket named Moorcock. Yes, indeed. We had a ship in FTL that was very obviously shaped. So the name kind of stuck, and here we're just going to keep flying ships called Moorcock. Might as well. Yeah, I guess VLS is still technically VLS when it's on the belly, right? It's still vertically coming out of the ship in as much as the ship has a vertical. Assuming they have artificial gravity. If they don't have artificial gravity, I assume vertical would actually be spinal in this case. So VLS is the same as SLS? It's a little confusing. I guess it does have some stuff on its nose. Sensor array, maybe? Don't know. I mean, up or down is entirely relative to the ship, I would imagine. If they have reaction-based gravity, so to speak, up and down, down is towards your engines and up is away from them. If they have artificial gravity, it can be whatever direction you want. Now, one thing I will point out, which internally frustrates me about the ship setup, is that the ships determine your alliances. For some reason, the flat gun is entirely aligned with the pirates, whereas the laser variant isn't entirely aligned with the free roamers. I have no idea why, but apparently that's just the way the game's built. I wish you could choose your alliances just like you choose your ship, but if wishes were horses, we'd all be eating steak. So I tried Cosmoteer once, Gleaton, I think. I don't think I live streamed it. It's an interesting, odd little game. I should explore with it more before I actually dedicate a live stream to it. Because something like Breachway here, you can just dive into and live stream and it's no big deal. Cosmoteer, me trying to do that, will result in all manner of hilarity, which I guess might entertain y'all even more. I also recently attempted a new game called Boat Crew. I think that's its name. Hold on. Yeah, Boat Crew. It's on Steam. And it's kind of a PT boat during World War II scenario in the Pacific Theater, which I thought was very interesting. Although it involves... Either I played the game wrong, or it involves a lot more micromanagement than I typically enjoy. And it could go either way. Oh, both words have the same root? I did not know that, HBAga. Interesting. And it's quite alright, Stefan19K. I do these live streams simply because I'll be playing games anyways, and you all seem to enjoy watching me fumble and bumble, so here we are. You can watch them not live if you want, or don't watch them at all. I won't take it personally, trust me. I will try to look into Cosmoteer, yeah. It seemed interesting. I think I just scratched the surface, and I mean, that's never quite enough, is it? Alright, anyways, moving on. Game. I have unallocated perk slots. Oh, I can put things in these. Nice. Start out with extra credits. Let's start out with extra credits. And that's the only one we have unlocked. Sad now. Cool, cool, cool. Why are you blinking at me? I can't put anything there. And I can't put anything here. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. Wait, why can't... What? I'm confused now. Ew, interesting. Visit 25 optional nodes. Visit 50 optional nodes. Galvanize! Shielding Bay Mark 1. So you can have a pulse shield and a shielding bay? Hold on, let's see if the other ship has this too. Oh, cool. We can have a pulse laser, a beam laser, or a light laser. Interesting. And then burst shield or phase pulse shield, excuse me. Supply depot, refiner. Interesting. And weapons bay Mark 1. Take aim and target lock. And that one has an autocannon. Okay, interesting. So supply depot is all we got unlocked here. Quad flak, Mark 1, and then shredder Mark 1. How do I make this stay open again? Oh, wait, I'll just do it this way then. Fine. There we go. Opening shot. Deal 4 damage, shred 3, doubles the shred added if enemy doesn't have brittle. Oh, that's fun. So you make them brittle faster. Alright, chain shot. Deal 4, shred 3. If applying brittle, next flak attack this turn causes 0 ordnance. Nice. Honed shot. Deal 8 damage, shred 4. Cost reduced by 1 for each enemy brittle counter. So, shred is something in addition to damage, and once you have 10 shred counters on the enemy ship, they become brittle. Or at least they get a brittle counter, and then if you get another 10 shred on them, I guess they get another brittle counter. And brittle, I think, increases damage or something. So, Oh, wait, hold on. There are questions here. Dockmaster could be reading the phone book, and I would probably find it entertaining. Does that say more about him or me? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ever going to try reading a phone book. I have enough, like, other books in the request queue already. And for those of y'all who don't know, if you are a member of the channel or a patron on the Patreon side of things, I do in fact read books. We are working our way through The Moon is a Harsh Mistress currently, and I think I need to upload a video to YouTube because I may have forgotten to do that a little while ago. Because Patreon lets me schedule my member-only posts, but YouTube does not let me schedule my member-only posts for some stupid-ass reasons. I always forget to do it. I apologize. I need to send you a phone book. Well, the funny thing is apparently those are hard to come by these days. All right. I'm going to just do the quad flak, I think, because that seems like the safe... Well, actually... Well, I don't think I've done the flagship on the live stream yet, so quad flak it is. And yes, yay shilling, I will absolutely advertise my pay-to-play services. I'm not charging y'all for anything interesting or exciting. If you want to pay to listen to me read a book, fine. There is, in fact, a massive library of them on the member side of YouTube and on the Patreon side. And as Strong Dreams right here, I think somebody pointed out, I do in fact read children's books, and it's quite fascinating. It's a good way to study human sociology. Anyways, I have been rambling for, wow, 17 minutes. It's clearly time to play a game. Okay. The coordinates we got from our free roamer informant are leading straight through this sector. Yay! Straight through a blockade, according to my sensor readings. No joke. Why do they always have to make things difficult? Why is it always difficult? We best avoid any Solari and Starkin stations after we clear this blockade. They might hate each other, but they hate pirates more. And again, I hate that the flagship is automatically a pirate ship. It's just dumb. Very lazy. Cap, I have an old friend in the sector. He owes me some favors. Might be wise to pay him a visit. I'll mark the location of his usual stomping grounds. I also mark the location of a pirate hideout in the sector if we ever need it. There we go. Okay, so, weird thing about this map. Blue paths are free. They cost no fuel. And fuel is up here. It's that little 3 marker here. Fuel. See? Told you. Yellow paths are optional, and each one off of a blue path costs 1 fuel. And I have been told that onto a blue path costs no fuel. I haven't verified this yet. Finally, blue paths can only be traversed in one direction, not the band. You can only go from this unknown to that unknown, for example. You can't go from this unknown backwards. Whereas yellow paths can be traversed in any direction. Amusingly, in this case, it's actually not a band. So, yeah. Weird little details that they don't actually tell you in the game, but you have to find out for yourself. In Flak we trust. Flickety flackety happity slappity. Alright. And yes, dial phones are infinitely superior to push-button phones. And that's just indisputable, honestly. Also, the Solari don't like us, the Starkin don't like us, the Free Roamers tolerate us, and the Deadweights like us. So, the colors in this case are a little misleading. And yes, the planets do actually move, but they don't seem to affect the routing. So, kind of a background thing. And yes, Bakelite is the most awesome thing ever, HBO. I saw somewhere someone was reproducing one of the very bizarre Soviet AK pattern but bullpup 9mm pistols, and I totally cannot remember the name because the number of crazy Soviet designs that came out based around their AK pattern, I have to... good luck. But it was dressed up in Fakeolite. They basically took plastic and they, like, I don't know, water dipped it in Bakelite colorings. And I'm just like, come on. If you're going to resurrect that weird piece of Cold War tech, you got to actually put Bakelite on it. Hey, John Leonard. Alright, sorry. I keep rambling. Game. Busy with trying to prevent civilians from fleeing the system, only a security drone has noticed our approach. It's heading our way on an intercept course. Wouldn't an intercept course imply headed our way? Oh well. Prepare for combat. Yeah, Javier 707. You'll have to look it up. And understand that it's a bullpup pistol based on the AK pattern. So short is relative when you've got this massive folded shovel on the back end of the system. I also saw that someone somewhere is now offering a shovel handle stock attachment point for AK rifles, which I thought was very particularly awesome, given that a Huey many, many years ago did in fact make an AK receiver out of a shovel blade. AKs are weird, man. Alright, anyways. So, rundown on how this game works. We have a deck, which I could remember how to access, maybe. Here we go. Our deck currently consists of one card. We have a hand, which are the 5 cards you can see right here in front of you. We have ordnance, energy, and a mass. I should have dialed down the mass, because we don't actually need that much. And then we have our enemy. Our enemy has a laser pulse thingy, but it's not charged yet. Both of those little dots have to charge up before he can fire it. Same with target analysis. Both of those little dots have to charge up before he can fire that. So in the meantime, we basically have one safe round. Return an attack from cooldown to your hand after every 6 attacks played. Nice. Alright. So, let's go ahead and adjust the mass, because we don't actually need that much mass. We need a whole frick ton of ordnance, so... Now, Ordnance Surge, sadly, is not actually that useful, so I'm actually going to discard it, although we don't have much of a hand, so I'm not sure it matters. But it gives us 3 Ordnance, we gain 1 heat, and then we lose 3 Ordnance at the end of turn if we haven't spent it. Heat is monitored down here. I can have up to 3 heat points, not to be confused with hit points, and I lose 1 heat point every turn. Once we start going over 3, we start taking damage. And, yeah. Groza, yes, I think that's the correct name. Wacky little pistol. They were like, you know what? AKs aren't weird enough. We're going to shove a pistol magazine into the middle of it, move the trigger group in front of the pistol magazine, and I don't even know where to go from there. Because the hammer and everything are still in the back of the receiver, not the back of the receiver, the middle of the receiver, you know what I mean. But, yeah, wild. And yes, the Strong Dreams Lead here pings exactly the correct problem with this game so far. Our hit points are hard to come by. Or repairing your hit points are hard to come by. However you want to phrase that question. Okay, hold on. Now that y'all are just jabbering away, I've got to go look up whatever this stupid thing was. Hold on. I know I took a record of it somewhere. Because I was so sufficiently offended at the concept of Fake-A-Lite that hold on. Because Bakelite is one of the few amazing things to come from your planet. It's just so bizarrely weird. And the term encompasses so many different things. I mean, it's all functionally a plastic or plastic analog, but... Alright, hold on. There it is. Fudge muffins. Hold on. See, this is what happens when you get me distracted. I swear. All right. The Gepard. Not the Groza, the Gepard. Let me find a link for it real quick. Nope, that doesn't have any photos. What good is Wikipedia when they don't have freaking photos on their freaking web, on the page? Here we go. There we go. The Gepard submachine gun. You can take a look at that absolute insanity and appreciate Soviet vodka-fueled nightmare things. Okay, sorry. Back to the game. The enemy ship is thinking, what are they doing over there? Baking a cake? I mean, baking a cake and Bakelite are not actually that far apart, honestly. After they were autoclaved enough times, they got brittle. Interesting. I told you it was weird, Tarmac. I told you it was weird. Anyways, apparently there's a company on your planet currently resurrecting that nightmare machine. I don't know why, but they're doing it. Alright, anyways, I think I've worked through all the mechanics. Oh, and by the way, we have crew down here. And crew have command points. Oh, thank you, game. And you can expend, for example, 2 command points on this guy. It has a 3-turn cooldown. And kinetic attacks, which obviously flak are, deal 25% more damage this turn. The AI is basically useless, especially since he's currently unequipped. Double time lets us draw a card every time you play a card. And cheap shot, your next attack this turn costs -3 ordnance. Yeah. RD270M. Nope, I'll have to look that one up. Because, yeah, Soviet craziness definitely has a soft spot in my processors. Oh, the other big detail with the game is that laser weapons, or at least some laser weapons, can individually target individual systems on the enemy ship. Like, this thing has 12 hit points. You can blow it off with a laser. Flat guns, being flat guns, hit the entire ship. Blap, blap. And there are the shred counters. Like I said, on 10 counters, sustain 1 brittle. And brittle increases damage taken by 1. That's all it does. Not actually that exciting. Blap. Alright. And that's basically all we can do right now. So, yeah. Alright, now he is all charged up and ready to shoot our face off. So we should probably do something about that. We're going to launch twin barrel at him first, though. Because that just takes ordnance, and shields don't. Blam! Okay. There's a little, I like that the cooling system on the laser actually popped up once it's ready to fire. That's kind of funny. I wonder if the little flag popped up when that thing was ready too. I got to pay more attention to the little animations. It's the small touches that really kind of count. All right, he's about to fling 5 damage at us. That gives us 4 shields and a shield pulse. And that gives us 2 shield pulses. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. This is mass. Mass? Shields take mass. Alright, weird. 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. That green and that blue need to be better differentiated in the cards, I think, personally. Alright. Because, yeah, that's weird. Alright. Probably just me. Okay, we'll do a recursive pulse. Mostly because I like the name. Gives me a shield. We'll take 1 damage. I probably should have gone with a different direction. To your hand. Yeah, I should have gone a different direction. But I can still do it. No big deal. Ah. There we go. Okay, 8 shield. No damage. Well, I appreciate that, Jed Brown. That is some high-level, that's rarefied atmosphere to be part of, in fact. Ian McCollum? Is that the Humie's name? Has a magnificent beard, and is very skilled at his particular trade. So, I appreciate that. Zap. Now, shields work weird in this game. Once you put them up, obviously, they... 1 shield point blocks 1 damage point, obviously. But whatever shield points you have at the end of the enemy's combat are halved, which is why this number went precipitously down. So now we have significantly less shielding available to us. Bad news is we don't really have anything to throw at him right now. So I'm just going to discard that because that's totally useless. We'll hold on to the shield pulses when he can shoot us again because we will need those. And deplete means you don't get these cards back. Once you spend them, they're gone. And hopefully we'll get a gun sometime soon. There we go. That should do him. Yep, 4 and then 4. Nice. Goodbye, little drone.
Shredded enemy hull.
There we go. He is brittle now. And he's dead. Would the AK-50 actually be an AK? That's an interesting question. And yeah, Strong Dreams Wait here, you're right. If I had played it, it would simply be gone, and that probably would have been the more useful option. But given that our deck really doesn't hardly exist, and I mean, our total deck is 1 card bigger than our hand, so I'm not too worried about recycling things, honestly. And now I have distracted everyone with firearms, slug throwers, Hume's favorite activities, throwing rocks as hard as they possibly can. I swear, your entire species, all of your technological developments all boil down to, can I throw this rock harder? And that's basically it. That's true. You also like boiling water. I'll give you that. All right. Speaking of getting more options to throw things at things, obviously we need more flak cards so we can shoot more things. We can throw more rocks at things. It all started with the rocks, blame them. All right. And remind me at the end of the next combat to explain that whole pick a card scenario, because there are some rather significant details that we should actually take a look at. Okay, so obviously we need to hit this little pirate activity allied over here and this little pirate hideout over here because they're nice and friendly and they like us. Other options also include hitting combat, elite combat, which is always exciting. Unfortunately, you always have to hit boss combat on the way out. But in the meantime, I am proposing, let's hit up the sector gateway and then see what the paths provide us. Well, so I would give you some credit, C.M. McDivitt, about the whole exploding rock thing, but that's just really a different way of making rocks go faster. You have a rock that makes more rocks that go faster. It's just rocks in the end. After we breach the blockade, multiple ships try to make a run and exit the system. As we mix in with a group of civilian vessels, the Stark and gunship break off pursuit and focus on keeping the fleeing ships in. I have no idea why the Starkins are trying to keep people in system, but story is light in this game. It's impossible. Words. Incoming message request, Captain. It's impossible to isolate the source with so many ships grouped together. Greetings, Captain. Impressive skills you've shown there. I shot down a drone, dude. I could use the services of a bold freelancer such as yourself. I'm a data broker by trade, willing to offer a generous reward in exchange for some valuable intel. I need to gather data on the strength of the ships in this sector, and by the looks of it, this isn't the last fight you'll get yourself into. Send me your combat logs after 6 combat encounters, and I'll transfer 150 credits on delivery. Oh, and Captain, pick a weapon from my reserves while you're at it. Oh, nice. You'll need all the firepower you can get. Consider it an investment in your future. If you squeeze them hard enough, some rocks will explode with alacrity. Technically true. Terrifying, but technically true. I can't see them. Oh no. Oh, wait. Well, beam laser is obviously the wrong answer. We have a quad flak already. Oh, but the shredder only has 2 cards available. Okay, so this is one of the weird parts of the game. You'll notice that a lot of the card slots for the beam laser and the shredder are grayed out. That means the shredder can only have those 2 cards until you actually upgrade the shredder at a space station. Same with the beam laser. Now the beam laser has a equipment slot available to it, whereas the quad flak comes with 3 cards and has 3 more slots available to it with a potential upgrade in the future. So you got to kind of make your decisions based off of that. Now, I still like the opening shot thing, but the chances of getting in your opening hand are strange. Discard an enemy attack card. Oh, that's fun. But only the 2 cards. I mean, quad flak is where I'm leaning, because the light barrage actually, feeds itself massively with that whole add +1 shred to the next flak attack. Everything on this ship is a flak attack. So we just keep frickin' blasting guns at them. And if you, add +1 shred and then do twin barrel, well, that's 2 shred twice, I think. Maybe. Might just be 3 shred once. I'm not sure. What happened to Dredge, KP Guy Ebbers? That will be on Friday, I think, for most of you, if you're in the North American continent. We will attempt it with a better outlook on existence. How about that? I should definitely go into a Lovecraftian game with a more cheerful attitude than I did last time. Really fast sticks. Yes, but arrows have rocks stuck at the end of them. It still rocks in the end. You just stabilize the rock with a really long stick behind it. Come on. All right, I'm going to go full quad flak so we can have an octo flak on the ship and just go roll heavy with the flak. A few moments later, a transport container emerges from somewhere in the group of ships, headed for your location. You pry it open in the cargo bay after security scan, I like the security scan, and pick up its contents. Have your crew install the weapon and proceed. Did they install the weapon? They did. Hey AI, you can do something useful now. Good for you. I mean, Javier 707 Octoflak is better than Octopussy, and you already have a movie called that, for great maker's sake, so come on, give me a break. I probably shouldn't actually adjust the mass thing right out of the gate. So leave it where it is, probably. I am going to go ahead and spend money on ordnance, because we're going to fling a lot of it. Alright. So we have to get in 6 fights, huh? 6 fights. What's the easiest way to get into 6 fights, as long as we hit these 2 points? That's probably allied, so that's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can probably do it. So is it easier? We want to come at. We want to go the out. We want to do the rim route, not the central route. Yeah. So what is Flak's downside? It's horrible against shields. Well, not really. It does the same against shields as everything else, but it doesn't allow you to selectively target systems on the enemy craft. You can only hit the entire craft and hope one of their individual systems blows up. So that's the big downside. Aside from that, I really haven't found one, though. They do seem strictly better than lasers, and I don't really know why yet. Sir, I just managed to get a stable low-intensity emission out of our shield generator. I don't know what that means. The weak shield barrier it projects now will not decay until it's damaged, and the resulting power surge knocks it out of balance. Start next combat with an extra 6 shield points. How do the... Well, I guess Sandro figured that out. What? I'm not sure how the AI is involved in this conversation, but okay. So that was not a fight. Sad. Stabilized shield. Interesting. I wonder if they decay at the same half-life rate as every other shield. Guess we're about to find out! Traversing Solari conflict zones is strictly prohibited. A ship moves in to intercept. Prepare for combat. Alright, where are our octoflak? See, we have octoflak now. 4 and 4. Also, that shield looks really weird at the bow. Like there should be like a little tiny weak point right there. I wonder if there's something similar in the back. Nope. So I guess that weird conglomeration of dots here on the front is a shield generator. Alright, I guess that makes sense. Okie dokie, little probably drone. Sol A01. Little drone going to try to snag us with opening shot, but thankfully our shields are already up. So, that's nice. And Shred can't get through shields, so definitely a nice touch. I can only hit him with 2 light... Well, I could hit him with 3 light barrages. Might as well. We will go... So I need to look up how 434 happened. 434, because that's not what the game was showing me on the stream. Oh, interesting. On the little tab up here when we were out in space. Anyways, let's slag the crap out of this stupid little drone and move on with our existence. Ordnance surge. Light barrage! Blap. Light barrage! Blap. And oh wait, there's more! Light barrage! Blap. I think the flak cannons might do less overall damage than the laser guns, because the flak thingies do the shred stuff and the lasers don't. So I don't know. Alright, what do we got going on here? Stabilized shield, light barrage, check. Relentless, check. And ordnance surge, which we're about to use up. We're going to turn that down by 1, turn that up by 1. So now we're going to have 2 heat, no big deal. And we'll let him take his shot, and he will not do a whole lot of damage. Zap, zap. 2 damage, 2 shield up, 1 shield. So it does decay as soon as it's touched. Okay, that's fine. He's only got a light barrage queued up. And that does 4 damage, so we have more than enough shields to deal with that. In the meantime, might as well smack him with something. I can only smack him with 1 thing, though. We'll smack him with a twin barrel. Why not? Blap! Man, that poor guy's having a rough day. Add 2 shield pulse cards to my hand. That takes mass. See, this is what I'm talking about, the colors right here. Maybe it's just me, but I swear that mass icon for the Palisade and the energy icon for the shield pulse look the same color. And it could be that my display is all jacked up or something like that, but I don't know. So, amusingly, this game just announced that it has now been 1 year in early access or something. And I don't really actually consider that something to brag about when you get right down to it. It's me. That makes sense. I don't know that games should be a year in early access. That feels like horribly wrong. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yes, fine. Get off of my freaking docking port. Yes, I remember when games used to ship out complete and ready to go, and you didn't even have to do internet updates because, well, there wasn't a whole lot of internet back in those days, and getting those games delivered to the shipyard was tremendously challenging. But still, I understand, like, release day patches and so forth and so on, but do we really need to have, like, a year in, quote, early release? Kind of strange. Alright, shield pulse. We need... How much do we need? That does 4 damage. We have 1. That'll be quite enough, thank you. And let's turn down energy. Yeah, we don't need more energy. We could use some more mass. Ordnance, though, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I spent the money in the wrong spot. Never mind. Exactly, Javier 707. The expansion pack was the patch. That sums up my argument entirely, yes. Where a game would come out, it'd be perfectly fine, but then they'd sucker you in with the expansion pack that, oh, by the way, also fixed up a few bugs that we didn't notice before we shipped the damn thing. Yeah. It just annoys me that... I mean, yes, fine, note that your game is a year in early release or whatever, or your game is a year old. I'm not convinced that having your game be a year in early release is actually like a celebration point. And I know they're working on it as fast as they can, and I'm not really faulting them. It is a fairly entertaining game. It does have a few foibles here and there, I will say that much. But still, get off of my docking port. Anyways, this ship is dead. It doesn't really matter. We can deal 4 twice, or no. We can deal 4 once. That'll do it, yeah. Goodbye. Bloop. In my day, our games didn't require a screen or a computer. They didn't exist. If you can't have fun with a bunch of sticks and rocks, you can't have fun! Oh man, Unreal Tournament was an amazing game. I still remember that. Was that the one with the map with the 2 asteroids with the towers on them and the bridge between them? Was that Unreal or was that Quake? I always get those moderately confused. Ooh, spread shot. Shoot down missiles. We probably need that. Probing shot. Increase tread by 1 this turn. That's fun too. Yeah, I think it was one of the Unreal Tournament maps. It was 2 asteroids, and they were orbiting a planet. The planet was definitely in the background. And there were 2 massive kind of... Aztec is the wrong term, but it kind of had that architectural feature to it. But there were very tall towers on each asteroid. And there was a bridge between the 2 asteroids. And it was always a pain in the ass of a map, because obviously snipers would take up position on the top of the towers, and the only ways between the 2 asteroids was that bridge. And you had to move fast. Alright. Now, remember how I talked about like card slots and so forth and so on? So you can see how many card slots are available for each system right now. Quad Flak, this one only has 2 slots left. This one has 3, this one has 2, this one has 3. And this one has a mod slot, and mod slot available. So eventually, once I pick enough cards for all these things, they'll stop offering us cards to fill in those slots. I think it was a Capture the Flag map, yes, Jed Brown. And Huggin' Floors has joined us. Yay! Welcome, Huggin' Floors. I kind of want to do spread shot just to be able to shoot down the missiles. Although I like the probing shot. Increase tread by 1. Yeah, that seems nice. Also, shields are not bad. Spread shot. Fine. Okay, now, what I said I did wrong previously is that I assigned the wrong thing in the wrong place. I paid for 1 capacity on ordnance, but I should have paid for 1 reactor power. Because now ordnance just has more energy available to it, or more slots that can be assigned to it, whereas what I actually wanted was more energy actually assigned to it. So I need to go through 1 more combat, and then we'll have enough money to do that. Like I said, mistakes were made. Let's see here. So I could go through a waypoint or a conflict zone. Oh look, it tells us it takes up fuel now. Interesting. So 1, none, 2, none. Yeah, okay. Might as well go through the deliberate combat zone, right? Kind of the same cut either way. So, no, not more power to guns equals better guns per se. It's just that every card requires some amount of ordnance. And having more ordnance generating allows you to shoot more often. Same with energy and same with mass. You can put up your shields more often, for example. And my mistake that I did, and can't take it back now, was increase the capacity of the ordnance as opposed to increase the output of the reactor. Because the ordnance already had 2 empty slots. I could have increased the reactor output and shoved that extra energy into ordnance, and I fumbled that. Mistakes were made. Alright. Let's go pick... I guess I could hit both of these and then keep going. Sure, why not? Let's check that whole theory of yellow paths back to blue paths don't cost anything. Because I could actually like hit all kinds of things if I really wanted to. Alright, sure, why not? Yeah, I know, Strong Dreams Lead here. The game, last I paid attention to the reviews of the game, there are significant complaints about the flak-specific ship and how so many upcoming enemies are very heavily equipped to deal with flak-equipped ships. And yeah, I know we need more shields. But we also need a bigger freaking shield generator system, because that's only got 4 cards available to it. So we got to upgrade that somewhere. Traversing Solari combat zones is strictly prohibited. Yet again. They keep telling us that, and we keep doing it. It's fun at that. Maybe I should play StarCraft one day. Yeah. Maybe I should play StarCraft one day. That's always a good game. Especially the original one, with Brood Wars. I'll grant you the original with Brood Wars. Did you know, speaking of AOL, that just yesterday AOL shut down their last dial-up number? And people were still using it. People... I don't know which part of this sentence is more surprising to me, that people were still using AOL dial-up, or that it lasted until literally just yesterday. Oh yes, the combat medic. Oh man, I love the combat medic. Yeah. Dial-up is still used on bank machines. That's not overly surprising to me, Sean. There's a... Speaking of slug throwers, there's a slug thrower store on your planet, what's it called? Not the fish one, the other one. Cabela's. Cabela's still uses a DOS-based program to track their slug thrower inventory. If it works, it works. I would argue that Brood Wars was better than OG StarCraft, Jed Brown, but that's just me. I don't have a whole lot of time in StarCraft 2, so I can't really speak to that. But I think I preferred Brood Wars over original. And yes, AOL dial-up did outlast Blockbuster. How shocking is that? Because yeah, the last Blockbuster closed up in Alaska, was it last orbit? An orbit or two ago? It was fairly recently. I mean, I'm not going to call you a liar, Tarmac, or call your boss a liar, but it seems like Starlink can cover most places on your planet these days, aside from weird little legal problems with certain countries. Now, I will grant that Starlink is significantly more expensive than AOL dial-up, but it does seem to be an option. Ah, yes. Too old school. Fair enough. Alright, back to the game. Sorry. Again, keep getting distracted. It's the little things! Why did my ship rotate? Weird. Okay, heavy barrage looks like hell on wheels. That's a lot of damage and a lot of shred. Wow. Do not want. And this guy can put up a shield pulse next turn, so we might as well smack him for all we can. Fair enough. So, I need to hit him as hard as I can now. Pop up recursive pulse. I'll be able to draw those, and that'll give me at least 8 shields as opposed to the none I have right now. By the Great Maker. Wow. That's 1 energy. That costs 2 energy. So we'll have just enough energy to pop up both, but I should probably do some jiggling on some wires here just to make sure. We'll go ahead and pop the Ordnance Surge and make us even warmer. Why not? It's cold in the depths of space, am I right? And we're going to smack this guy for all we can. Okay. And now we're going to drop the Recursive Pulse. We'll draw those cards next turn, and we should be good. And we got 1 shield pulse. Damn! Fine. He does not have missiles, so we don't need to worry about that. We might as well smack his shield pulse with something, so that we can pull up the Palisade, maybe? If we're very, very lucky. Alright. Spread shot.
Enemy shields down.
Nice. Palisade and then shield pulse. Yeah, because 10 damage is incoming. We ain't got the shields for that yet. Oh boy. 6 and 10. There we go. Thank the Great Maker. Alright. Dial that one down, dial that one up, and we're good to go for next turn. In fact, we can probably just go ahead and dial that one all the way to 0 and pull that one up. There we go. Blam! Whew! That was unpleasant. And yes, don't forget my command points, which are now maxed out. Ah! Too late, Strong Twins, right here. We are way into the game so far. I mean, I guess we could just kill him right now. Your next attack this turn costs 3 less. Fine, we'll do that. That'll let us pop off nearly everything we have. But first, we should do Light Barrage, and then Twin Barrel, and that should do them. Light Barrage.
Enemy shields down.
Light Barrage. Then do Cheap Shot. Twin Barrel. Ah! So close. Well, he can't shoot us, so we're fine. We'll recharge our stuff and move on with our life. Generator cooldown. And 1 more Light Barrage should do. Bye-bye, little drone. Gain that. Add a card. Charged Shot. If the enemy shield... Wait, deal 4 damage, shred 2. If the enemy has shields, deal +4. Oh, my Great Maker. Well, we are definitely getting that one. Yes, we're still going to throw rocks. Strong Dreams, wait here. We'll start worrying about other cards later. And we just got a Shredder with some weird upgrades. Alright. Okay, so yes, going back to the blue dots does not involve expending fuel. Good to know. So, let's install... I can't install. Oh, maybe I can install. Aha! Shredder Mark 2. 1. 2. 1. Blazing Barrage. Deal 6 damage. Shred 1 plus half heat on your ship. Sustain 2 heat. So if I have 2 heat on board my ship, I'll shred for 2 and then sustain 2 heat, which will push me over my boundaries. I don't know if I like that. Okay. I'm sure there will be a situation where that might be useful, but I just can't see it right now. And while we're here, we might as well upgrade the reactor once. Thank you. And assign that up there. Thank you. And now we're good to go. Shred these nuts. It would technically be rude, but not entirely wrong either. Okay, so now the big question. The big question is whether or not we think the pirate activity, Allied, will sell us some fuel. Because if they do, we can go the northern route and hit these 3 points, and then drop down to here, and then pay the 1-2 fuel to get to where we want to go. But if they don't sell us fuel, then we're stuck. We have to go out here and move on with our existence. Or we can go here and then move out, but either way, not enough fuel. In the meantime, we can just take the direct route of here or here, and then slide in and stop there. But I'm not really sure. It does say blazing. You're not wrong. Now I don't know. Well, while we discuss, apparently you're discussing dial-up and some other stuff in the chat, I will be right back after these messages. And we're back from outer space. I forget the rest of the words. Anyways. Oh no! Hugging floors. You told someone about my Single Men in Barracks episode, and they wanted to subscribe? Oh boy. Down, right, up, up. What? Down, right, right, up. Either your frame of reference is very different from mine, or I'm not really sure what you're trying to tell me. I'm saying down, up, and right. Oh, I see. Okay, there we go. Down, up, up, right. Okay, I got it now. I got it. Maybe. No, that still doesn't solve the problem. So if we go down, up, right, or down, right, up, right, down, right. If we're stuck here and they don't give us fuel, then I still can't get to this spot. Because then the only place I can go is the outer ring. And unless I find fuel in those few spots on the outer ring, we can't get back there. Whereas if I come in from this angle, from the green spot, I'll get fuel. Or I have enough fuel, rather. Because it costs no fuel here, up here, no, 1 fuel here, no fuel here, and then I can zip out to this place. This game is called Breachway. Introverted extrovert. Down, right, right, up. Oh, I see what... Well, I'm dumb. Never mind. Yeah, maybe. Might as well. Let's see what happens. That'll produce the same outcome and more endpoints, so... And actually we can do down, right, up, and then left, and then zip on out and probably get in more combat that way. Words are hard. Traversing hostile space, your flight path takes you close to a cloaked missile emplacement. It manages to lock on and fire a Starflare missile volley before you can get out of its firing range. Shield generator 50% damage. Initialize shields and brace for impact. Well, that wasn't great. While slow to initialize, your shield generator still managed to muster enough power to block half the incoming missiles. 3 damage taken. Not awesome. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if that counts as combat, though. Again with the missiles! Seriously? 3 damage more. I'm not liking this, man. You're going to call it FTL Advanced? Fair enough. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Sensors pick up activity in a nearby region. A ship has been attacked and boarded. It's too late to intervene, but the ship's reactor seems to be intact. Okay. The ship's reactor seems to be intact, and that's all? That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. What the fornication was that? Weird. Unlock weapons bay support equipment. Oh, okay, I just unlocked a whole pile of crap. A stealth ship manages to get dangerously close to you without detection. By the time it gets picked up, you are in severe disadvantage. In an effort to stall the fight, you try to establish contact. How do you approach them, Captain? Deadweights. Let your crew member talk them down. Deadweights ally. Present your ship's log as proof of your allegiance to the Deadweights. Send your crew to man their equipment ASAP. There is no way around this fight. So... It's okay, Strong Dreams, wait here. I misunderstood what you were trying to tell me to do. So, once someone else drilled it into my tiny little processors, I did the thing, and, well, you know what, it hurt. It's fine. Well, we are deadweights, and this is a deadweight sector, so let's let our crew member talk them down. How about that? Those are some nice ambush techniques, but surely you wouldn't use them on an old friend now, would you? Blimey, you old dog! I heard you were ambushed by some Starkin interceptors on your last hit. Good to know they still can't shoot straight. Listen here, we recently got ourselves a new piece of gear that's looking for a new owner. We go way back. I'll give you a special price on it. What do you say? We don't got enough money. Oh well. Well, that wasn't very useful. System event allied. Oh, but we don't got enough fuel. Darn. Well, yeah, we don't have enough fuel to do that. Oh well. Alright. Well, let's go hit the green spot and see what we can do. You notice your pilot slowing down. Your crew members point out to a Starkin fuel ship in the vicinity. Really? Yeah, I would like to inquire about their fuel prices. You try to establish contact with the fuel ship, Captain, but his response is turning their thrusters on. They're making a run for it. How would you like to proceed, Captain? Try to chase them down, 50% chance of catching them. Ace pilot, trust your pilot, chase them down, 100% chance of catching them. Burn 1 fuel to catch up to them, 100% chance of catching them. Or ignore the fuel ship and move on. Well, I have an ace pilot, which gives me a 100% chance, so you know what? Yeah. This is as close as I can get, Captain. It should be more than sufficient to engage them if you wish. It takes 1 fuel pod to engage them? You know what? Fine. Let's do it. Lean into the whole piracy thing, right? Come here, fuel ship. That's a fuel ship? That's a fuel ship? You're kidding me. Okay, fine. That's a fuel ship. Weird. That does not look like a fuel ship to me. That looks like a heavily armed little asshole to me. Okie dokie. obviously, we double the shred and... Oh, hold on. Double the shred if... but this gives +1 shred. So we do light barrage first, and then opening shot, and then they're just hosed. Those are, in fact, some radiators. Yes, the game does actually involve radiators. It's kind of funny. It's a very angry fuel ship. You're not wrong. Also, shooting at a fuel ship with a flat cannon does seem like a mistake in the making, but hey, let's lean into piracy, shall we? So if we do light barrage first, that gives +1 shred to the next flak attack, and opening shot is naturally a flak attack, and it does shred 3, but double the shred if enemy doesn't have brittle, which they don't. So this should be all kinds of exciting. So that maybe should be shred 4 doubled, so it's like 8. I don't know. Let's find out. Blap. Now, theoretically, if I read the instruction manual right, yeah, it should be shred 8. So this should brittle them right off the bat.
Shredded enemy hull.
Nice! Unfortunately, we have no shields to suck up the quick pulses coming our way. Not so nice. Yes, blow up the ship that has highly flammable fuel in order to get the fuel. Flawless logic! You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Zap. How do we get heat? That thing... Oh, wow. He's got a whole pile of damage coming towards us. Not great! And I still got no shields. I still got no shields! Fudge. Oh, well. This will knock down his shields quite handily. Deal 5 shred 2. If the enemy has no shields, deal +4. Deal 9 damage total. I can't argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. A ruptured tank is an open tank.
Enemy shields down.
No shield for you! And we're going to take damage again. This is not a good process. We're going to take a lot of damage. Oh boy. Ow. 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 And he's got shields up again. Jackhole. I still don't understand how this thing works. I don't get it. It's a great way of cooking yourself. So does that +1 count towards this thing or not? I don't know. Deal 7 shred 2 plus half on half flame. I don't want to take a damage though. I don't want to take a damage right now. It seems like a bad idea. He's got 4 shields. Let's do this, and that'll increase the shred on the next.
Enemy shields down.
Okay. And let's spread shot him. There we go. That'll deal with that. And he can't hit us next turn, so we're okay with that. Shotgun! Okay, we gotta kill this dork. I don't know if we can. Deals 5 damage, deals 4 damage. We cannot kill this dork. Fatal fart. Oh! Well, hopefully 1 hit point and 2 hit points might actually be in our favor. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Alright. How do we maximize damage here? 5 shred 2, 5 shred 2, 4 shred 1 twice. Nope. So we do light barrage and then light barrage, and that might be enough to kill him. Maybe. Let's find out. Oh, yep, just barely. Behold the beauty of brittle. Boop. Goodbye. And sadly, we are not getting any free fuel out of this process. We got money, we got a card, and we got no fuel. You know what? Maybe we should get a shield generator thingy. That seems like a good idea. And a better shield thingy. Nice. Can't argue with that. Unfortunately, no fuel tanks. We're salvageable from the wreckage. Shocker! That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Whatever. All right. Just gain 6. Lose 3 hull, gain 9? Ouch. Gain 2 for every active prod. I'm not sure I like any of those. Okay, fine. Screw you too. Sell that thing off at the next station. Combustible fuel combusted. Yes, it is basically FTL, but weird. KPA Ebbers. It's FTL smashed together with Dominion, which is a card game that you play with physical cards on your planet, smashed together with a few other things on top of that. I'll give them credit. As much as I complain about it being a year in early release, because I just hate that, it's actually kind of an entertaining game. So let's go pick another fight. And someone remind me in the next combat to use up my command points, because I think they're about to max out again. Or they may have already maxed out. I lost track. An unregistered ship present in contested solar space is approaching on an attacked vector. Vector. Words. Oh, it's one of the Minbari ones. Flak Barrage. Well, screw you too. So I need 2 mass and 2 energy. Alright, we got that. I don't know if I started streaming it shortly after it went into early release. I'd have to go back and check. I don't think it's been in orbit. I hope it hasn't been in orbit. Great maker. Alright, with that depressing thought in processor, let's move on with the game. So that takes square thingies. That takes square thingies. Fine, we got that. We got that. We got that. Takes energy thingies. Okay, we're good to go. So if we do a light barrage and then an opening shot, he's basically hosed. And then I can do an ordnance surge and a spread shot. And then the palisade all together all at once. Yes, my hull is in trouble. I'm aware. Thank you very much. I have no way of fixing that right now. Thankfully, I do have a palisade. Alright. What are my command abilities? Well, if I'm going to smack him with everything I've got, I might as well smack him with everything I've got. Play a card, draw a card. And freebie. I don't need the freebie because I have the ordnance surge. But I can do both the full burn and the double time, which will at least burn up some command points, since we do max out at 12, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. We might as well do that, yes. Although, hold on. Every time you play a card, you draw a card. But I want the palisade. Fudge. Play a card, draw a card might get me some shields, but palisade is guaranteed to get me some shields. And if I play a card and draw a card, the shield pulse cards can't go into my hand, or the shield pulse card will override the other thing. I'm not sure which. So maybe what we should do, just to burn down some command points, is go ahead and toss an ordnance surge at the problem. Check. Go ahead and do the palisade. Check. And now trigger all the fun abilities. Because now when I play a card, I can draw a card and it's no big deal. Well, I'm used to you yelling at me for poor decisions, so let's go for it. Everybody yells at me for poor decisions. What are you talking about? Mostly because I am the king of poor decisions. Oh, wait, I was supposed to go left? Well, I missed that turn, didn't I? Oopsie-doo. I figure that's why half of y'all tune into live streams, just to watch me fail. I apologize for yelling at you, Huggin' Floors. Although sometimes you deserve it. Never mind. Alright, anyways, moving on. Okay, see? He even agrees! If anyone heard my quiet comment. Alright, let's give this guy the what ho, shall we? Get wrecked. Get the rock. No, not get wrecked. Get the rocks. Not wrong. Alright. If we do light barrage first and then opening shot, which seems somewhat backwards, but there's a method to my madness. Light barrage increases the shred in the next flak attack, and opening shot does lots of shred. So there is a method. So light barrage first. Draw a card. Charge shot. They don't have shields, so we're going to hold off on that for the time being. So we throw an opening shot at them.
Shredded enemy hull.
And now they're shredded! Ha ha! Introverted extrovert, I think that is the best tip message I've ever gotten. Random bullshit, go! I said it faster than you could type. Fair enough. Huh. Alright, charge shot. They still don't have shields, so fine. Spread shot it is. They don't seem to have missiles either, so no big deal. Dang, they are having a bad day. Alright. Gain 4 and draw a card. That thing does 5 damage, though. I don't want to do that. And I keep drawing a card no matter what happens this turn, so let's go ahead and give ourselves all the freaking shields and move on with our existence, shall we? So, 1 and 2. Oh, I got no more cards. I probably should have checked my deck first. Fair enough. And I said deck. I said deck. Alright, auto shield. And we need more in the freaking throw things at the bad guys category, so we're going to move some stuff around. Shredded like wheat indeed. They are brittle 1 and shred 2. Not a good place to be, if you ask me. And I can have a free attack at some point if I want to pay for it. Floors? I mean, I'm not going to say he's the only sophont in this collection who can be called nice, but he is one of the very few who can reliably be called nice. So, that's not nothing. Wow, that flak barrage just keeps coming, doesn't it? Do not want. Alright, fine. Be that way. Let's see what we can do here. Well, I can't stop all the damage. I can only stop 6 of the 9 damage coming at me. Oh, the command ability is a max 3-card draw. Oh. Yeah. Read the fine print, am I right? Always read the fine print. Also, if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. Alright, let's see here. Blazing Barrage. I still don't know what this does. I really don't. It does 7 damage, though, which is not nothing. So 5 damage and then 7 damage and cook ourselves and then auto shields? I mean, I guess. They still don't have shields, so the charge shot still doesn't make sense. So, yeah. The next live stream, John Leonard, will be in approximately 48 hours. You will be celebrating your 42nd orbit in a couple weeks. Mind you don't drink. Well, you can't have the... Well, if you don't drink, you can't have the... What was it called? A gold brick wrapped in a lemon slice soaked in gin? The Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster? I did finally figure... Well, I didn't. I sampled... Well, I borrowed enough Humies to figure out what that recipe actually looks like. Let's say that the early tests were not well received. And I forget what the actual recipe was. I said all that, and now I gotta go pull up the files. I did figure it out, though, after many trials and errors that, of course, I didn't partake in, because why would I do that? But they were all returned mostly intact. There were no actual bricks involved, let's say that much. Yeah. Early tests were not great. So, without the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, 42 orbits old, what is chat's recommendation? While I blow this Minbari ship. Let's do light barrage and then blazing barrage, just because it's funny that way, I guess. Maxed out heat, check. And auto shield. No, it's definitely not just gin and tonic. It's a lot more complicated than that. Do you know of any conventions in your immediate area, John Leonard? I mean, I certainly won't guarantee that any of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie actors or radio show voice actors or TV show actors in the area, but conventions are always a fun way of just touching base with the common touch point, words, of fandom, I suppose. Oh, I blew up their flak barrage, so our shields are more than enough now. Nice. Common fan squishies, yes. Deflected that handily. Alright. Let's hope we can blow this. We can't blow this guy up. Crap! And he still has no shields. Come on, man! I was relying on you having shields. We might be able to blow this guy up. Hold on. Light, and then twin barrel might be enough. I think it will be. Light. Light. And then might as well burn all the command points available. Catch. You're dead, yo. Kinetic Primer. Deals 5 damage, shred 3. If applying Brittle, the next kinetic attack deals plus 3 damage. Oh, damn! That's spicy. But really, we should probably get barrier, because, yeah, we need more shields, man. We need a lot more shields. Oh, what is Huggin' Floors buying? Toyota Crown, Nightshade Edition. Please stand by. We'll actually look up what a Toyota Crown is. Now I'm curious. Toyota Crown. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. The first generation of those looks remarkably different from what I assume you're buying, Huggin' Floors, since you're specifying that it's new. Wow, that thing went through some stylistic changes over the orbits, didn't it? Goodness gracious. Although, I guess if you could find a new first-generation Toyota Crown, that's an accomplishment by itself, isn't it? The Nightshade Edition. Love the name. I'm kind of intrigued that they appear to have discarded the standard Toyota hood emblem, which is interesting. I always like the Toyota hood emblem because, or at least the Toyota brand emblem, because all of the letters of Toyota are actually in the emblem. The little, like, sombrero wearing face thing, you can actually make all the letters in Toyota out of that emblem, which I always thought was kind of funny. And obviously, given my own channel emblem, you might understand why I thought that was kind of funny. I do seem to be getting a lot less cash this game, and I don't know why. Oh, they were able to patch up 4 damage points on the hull. Yay, engineer! I think the best suggestion so far, though, John Leonard, is from Jed Brown. Copious quantities of cake. You can never go wrong with cake, unless it was a lie, in which case you can go wrong with the cake. So make sure you buy from a reputable source that is not manned by a somewhat female-sounding, very murderous-sounding robot. Shouldn't be too hard. All right. 2 more fights. That's all we need, right? Captain, permission to report. Our scanners are picking up signs of combat ahead. A free roamer unarmed ship is being attacked by a deadweight gunship. The civilian ship hull's integrity is critical. Stay out of it, Captain. We have a score to settle with that free roamer ship. Dodge muffins! If we are to intervene in time, our only option is to fire on the attacking ship and draw its attention. Firing our weapons without initiating combat protocols first will leave our ship at a disadvantage in the upcoming fight. So do we turn on our pirate brethren, or do we let them do pirate things? I am really motivated to shoot the pirate down. But as I'm reminded in chat, I can't half-ass piracy. So fine. Fine! Don't like it, but fine. And no one likes snitches. Fine. Fine. Alright, let's go check out this hideout. You approach the coordinates you received from the supposed pirate base. It leads to an agricultural and food processing cylindrical drum station owned by Evergreen soy protein slurry producers. Soylent Green is people? Hail there. We've had word sent out that you might be coming around to see us. If you need repairs and resupply, you've come to the right place. Approach Gate 4 and I'll let my crew know you're one of ours. Beat you to it, tongue floors. Even with this ultra low latency setting that we have for the live stream, I am occasionally quicker than my audience. I'll take that as a win. Oh, a modded transponder. Hopefully we can buy that on the way out, because I need to sell some crap first. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for, because you could never predict when they're going to do something incredibly stupid. That was an amazing line. Oh my god, I can't even begin to do it how Johnny Depp did it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The first Pirates of the Caribbean is really kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, isn't it? It's a one-time offer? God damn it! I know the uninstall AI core and reinstall AI core thing is on your way out and on your way in kind of thing. I was kind of hoping that the buy a modded transponder thing was too. It really does look like an amazing mod. Yeah, I think as a pirate, this actually makes a whole pile of sense. All right. Yeah, I still can't get over that honestly line. Honestly, it's the honest people. I mean, just Captain Jack being Captain Jack and no one taking him seriously and nothing happening the way that anyone wants. And he's over there just being chaotic neutral, I guess, and just not helping. I love the first, I guess, 3 Pirates movies. The 4th was, they were clearly running out of material or something like that. I know. I love how you just blow past that guy in the suit at flank speed. I have no idea how these docking stations work. OSHA does not exist here. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Where does the transponder go? Where does the transponder go? No, don't sell it. Do I have to rip something out? Where the hell does the transponder go? Stop that. Is it just there? I don't know, John Leonard's, or sorry, Javier 707. I don't think that splicing them together would have improved anything, honestly. Ship Docs guy was like, what the hell is that? What keywords does a transponder have? The keywords are transponder. Where the flying fornication does that go? What? Alright, we're selling off the burst shield. Because it's, I think, strictly less good than the current pulse shield equipment that we have right now. And the sell price does seem to match that assumption on my part. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. That would have been a really long movie though, Javier. Really long. I mean, I made the mistake of sitting through one battle after another. And 2 hours and 45 minutes was way too long, even for me not having to actually use the bathroom or anything like that. Also, really bad movie. Do not recommend. But that's my own personal opinion, and you're welcome to take it or leave it. He's trying to catch a ship before it docks. Oh, that's dark. That is dark. I'm not sure I like that, man. Not sure I like that at all. Wait, how do I sell this stupid thing? Go away. There we go. I mean, yeah, so like Lord of the Rings. I mean, Lord of the Rings was a once in a millennia event in my opinion. All 3 movies, even the producers or directors or whatever the hell you want to call it cut of the like absurdly long like 3.5 hours per movie version. All of those are perfect. You can sit through those and look up and be like, wait, what? 3 hours just passed? Whoa. Okay. But I don't know, yeah. But, I mean, Lord of the Rings story is fucking J.R.R. Tolkien, of course. Pirates of the Caribbean story is a random ride in Disneyland World that sadly did not eat the ride riders, ride goers, ride attendees, whatever you want to call them. The Hobbit movie simply shouldn't have existed, in my opinion. But that's just me. Now, where the fornication does this goddamn transponder go? You don't go in any of the auxiliary or external attachment mounts. Stop trying to make me sell the damn thing. I just bought it for 35 credits. Why would I sell it for 20? Stop that. Does it go in there? No. Stop it. Does it go in here? No. All right. Stand by. Well, if it's a perk, I don't know what to do with it because I can't get rid of the old perks. Stop it. I can't rip them out. All right. I'm going to look this up. What game am I playing again? Hey. There's a map. Apparently I'm missing something so obvious that everyone else has been able to figure it out without asking any questions on the intertubes. And this is very helpful. Fudge. It's a subsystem, maybe one of the station services. All right, let's try that. Please stand by. Station services. What do we got here? Repair, repair, repair. Buy fuel. Add a card. Remove a card. Crew activities, which we need to do before we leave. Someone remind me. And that's all we got. I don't want to sell the stupid... I don't know where it goes. Doesn't go there. Like they need to... I don't know where the install button is, though. Docking control? That's not a button. I don't want to push a leave button because that seems worse. In the meantime, we'll push this button so we can do this fine. First attack in the next... +2 morale. No. Morale is definitely the best way to go. Ah! It could be something that we simply hold on to and give to someone in the future. You're not wrong, that introverted extrovert. You're not wrong. So, in the meantime... I think we'll just fix our shit. Ion cannon doesn't actually seem useful. Missile launcher seems entertaining. What the hell's a prep volley? Add 1 counter every time you play this card. On reaching 3 counters, fire 3 Starflare missiles. Okay, so it costs 3 ordnance and 3 matter to produce 6 ordnance worth of missiles. I gotta admit, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Fine. And then Spotter and Firecracker. Spotter increases damage. Firecracker does lots and lots of damage, but it's a one-shot deal. But we can't afford either, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's fix our shit and move on with our existence, shall we? And let's buy a fuel, because 1 fuel never seems like quite enough, does it? I wish we had a new pilot or AI or something. Alright, let's hold on to the transponder and see what happens. Oh, let's look out for that little guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, they didn't show us. Hopefully he's not on our hood. Alright. We do not need to uninstall the AI core, so we're departing the station. Okie dokie then. I'm going to do the stupid thing, by the way. And, yeah, we're going to do the stupid thing. We're going to burn 1 fuel here and then go and do the elite combat thing. Because at this point, why the fornication not? But is it Cabernet Sauvignon from Cabernet Sauvignon region in France? Because otherwise it's just red wine, right? Or is that's a different thing, isn't it? Is there actually a Cabernet Sauvignon region in France? Is there a Cabernet region? A Sauvignon region? I don't know. If I do, I don't know if I can. I only have 2 fuel. 1, nothing. 1, let's hope and pray. Or get stuck. Yeah, mistakes. I should have bought more fuel. I can't get back into the station once I leave. Sad. Alright, well, anyways. Let's go make friends and influence people. I guess I can hit this one too. And then hit that one and that one and then on the way out. Maximize combat! Captain, we intercepted an unencrypted tight beam signal, no ID or signature, to determine the origin. Just coordinates and a short access code string. It points to a drifting container in a nearby sector. Could be a gift, a trap, or someone else's unfinished business. Coordinates have been added to the map. Yay? Weird little spot. Fine. Legitimate salvage container. That could be a bomb! Yeah. Always assume bomb. A fellow deadweight vessel has detected the presence of a patrol ship in your general area on a piracy deterrence mission. This would be a perfect opportunity to pounce on the ship and show them who this area of the system belongs to. Kind of a heavy-handed way of phrasing that. The Allied gunship is too far away to provide any kind of support. Of course it is! Expecting pirates to support pirates is kind of an asinine idiocy. Might as well roll up our sleeves and go to work. It's another Minbari. It's another Minbari with a lot of guns. Well, fudge me. Alright, fine. Fine. Oh, we have 2 light barrages and an opening shot and a twin barrel. So we can do all kinds of fun things. But that would require 2, 4, 6, 9 points of stuff, which we don't quite have, even with Ordnance Surge. We can make 8. But we can subtract 3 from... Well, we need to hit him with everything we can to hopefully knock something offline, because we ain't got no shields. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. So, knuckle up and shut up, yo. Oh, we need to burn all kinds of points down. Let's go ahead and do... Yeah, sure. Why not? Ordnance Surge. Okay. Light Barrage. Opening Shot. Yep, they don't have Brittle yet. Now we have Recursive Pulse, but that only goes into our draw pile. Gain 4, which will be enough for the time being, and that's fine. Okay, fine. So now we can do Light Barrage, and just leave the twin barrels alone for next round. That's fine. And Light Barrage. Boom! Charge barrier is gone, y'all! And Recursive Pulse.
Shields up, Captain.
And behold. Throw your worst at me, you dork. I should have rejiggered power supply systems. Well, mistakes were made. Alright. We can hit them with 1 twin barrel. And they still don't have shields, because I broke their shields. Details. That's a lot of damage. 14 damage coming at me. Ow! 1 energy, 1 mass, but shield pulses take... That's 2 energy. Ah, fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. Fine. 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 And I can't deploy them, sadly. We're going to take a butt ton of damage. Alright. And amusingly, a butt ton is actually a valid measure of mass, volume. A butt is a barrel size, and a ton is, well, a ton. And I forget how the math works out. Ow. Urgh. Well, we're both down to 1 shot a turn, so fornicate you too. 5 damage, 4 damage. Doesn't really matter, does it? I still don't have shield, you dorks. You guys are having a really bad day, aren't you? Alright. I could do shield pulse, but it wouldn't actually do me any good because they don't have any guns they can shoot me with yet. So we'll just mosey on. Now they have guns to shoot me with. But they dead. They so dead. They so dead. Did I just blow off all the repair drones? I think I just blew off all the repair drones. Like I said, it's the little graphics that are funny. And we might as well just toss this stupid thing at them because who cares? Catch. Boom, baby. Add a card. What can we add this time around? Lock and load. Add 3 flak shell cards to your hand. Ooh! Oh, that's fun. I like that. Also note that we have maxed out our hands in a lot of ways. So, gain 1 mass for every energy you spend. Not terribly useful. But I can't add anything more to the Quad Flak Mark 1. I can add things to this, nothing more to the Shredder, and nothing more to the Pulse Shield. So now we're getting into a weird situation where I maybe should have rebalanced cards at the last station. My fault. Okay. We have a Weapons Bay Mark 1. Take aim. And offensive assurance. Deal 1 damage. Deal 1 damage. Upkeep, don't take any hull damage. Oh, weird. Those are fun. But I think they go in the supply depot. Yeah, they go in the supply depot slot. And that, I mean, that thing's basically useless. But we might as well keep running it for what it is. Alright. And now it's time to go away. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? Like, seriously. Go away. That's weird. Let's go make new friends and not have fun times. Also, this thing needs to really go away. This is an elite fight. We don't frequently do well with those. Why is this thing still here? Another Minbari. It has 60 hull points. We do not have 60 hull points. Fudge. 2 energy, 1 mass. Fine. We can dial that down, dial that up. We can do light barrage. You don't have shields again. See, this is what people are complaining about in the game. Is that you equip cards that are meant to deal with certain targets. And then those targets don't ever actually have the setup that you're expecting. Because this charge shot only works against targets with shields. This target will probably never have shields. And this is a common complaint for Breachway in that they, for whatever reason, the RNG, or whatever you want to phrase it as, does jankery in the background that prevents viable targets from coming up. And it's the only big complaint that I've seen about Breachway so far. In that, if you equip a flak ship, you'll encounter ships that are meant to counter those. If you equip a laser ship, you'll encounter ships that are meant to counter those. It's kind of annoying. I can discard it, yes. But, I mean, I might as well use it. It does 4 damage and shreds 2. I guess these do 2, and they cost 1 ordnance less. Yeah, I guess I might as well discard it. Fine. Alright, fine. Discard it. We'll activate, play a card, draw a card. Because I've got points to burn. We will slap him with a barrage. We will slap him with another barrage. Probably should have triggered that, but might as well trigger this though because I need 3 cards to. Yeah, oh no, I'm definitely gonna put up shields. So yeah, all right, fine. Gain 4, add 1 shield pulse to draw pile. I only need 4 right now, so that will work out just fine. Check, and then we have twin barrel next turn. All right, fine. That'll work out. Light barrage and twin barrel is a wonderful combination. Lap. No shields for us. Spread shot, of course. Spread shot. Why not? Jackhole. Okay. I could do all 3 if I burned this guy's things, which I might as well. And then in that case, if I'm going to burn all 3, I might as well do this too, right? Because these do 4 damage, that'll be 5. That'll be, well, maybe 4, and that'll be 5. So yeah, bonus damage across the board. So we'll do this guy. And we'll do... Might as well trigger it. Freebie light barrage. Light barrage. Twin barrel. Bam. You're having a bad day. And I've got 10 damage coming at me. Balls. Alright. Well, let's do the maximum we can. And maybe jigger some stuff around? Is that the right icon? Yeah. Ow. Ow. And target analysis is bad news bears, I swear. Alright. Bad news bears. So if I hit him with light barrage and then opening shot, and then fiddle with shield type stuff, we should be. I don't even need shields. Okay, fine. Dial that down, dial that up. Light barrage. Opening shot. Took out their target analysis. Thank the great maker. Okay. And that's all we can do at the moment, it seems like. The AI is totally useless, sadly. Do we need 1 in energy? Yeah, sure. We might need more shields in the future. Oh yeah, the weird AK pistol is coming up again. I love that we're looping back again. Alright. Whole world of hurt is about to come towards me. Alright. Light barrage, twin barrel. Oh, thank the great maker. We took out the flak barrage system. Nice. So not only need to protect against 6 damage, which still requires both shield things. Fine. You know what? Screw you two.
You are now shielded.
I don't want to take my whole damage, yo. Oh, look, more titanium shells. Lovely. Well, I think the spread shot is going to be enough to cook this guy's bacon. So, goodbye. Toodaloo. Yay, money. Add a card. I ain't seen no missiles so far. Kind of tempted to do ordnance surge when you get right down to it. Although light barrage is always a good option. You know what? Y'all can decide while I take a momentary break from jabbering on. After these messages, we'll be right back. Alright, did y'all come up with any kind of conclusion? The surge or light barrage? Yes, I'm still stuck on that decision myself. It's just a basic surge, though. You gain 2, sustain 1 heat, lose 2. As opposed to our surge plus, where you gain 3, sustain 1, lose 3. But have we been short on ammo? Yeah, I guess we have been short on ammo that much, because we have triggered that command ability on more than one occasion, haven't we? So yeah, let's do ordnance surge. Why not? Seems interesting. Makes that thing more useful. Command unit. Subsystem for resource bay, engineering bay, hacking console. Add 1 card slot at the start of combat. Ooh, that seems nice. By the time your crew is finished gathering any useful salvage from the enemy wreckage, the combat log data transfer is complete. Thank you for your services. As per our agreement, the funds have been transferred. Until we meet again, Captain. Yay, 150. Judging by the time between the data transfer and the incoming message, the data broker's ship should be within scanner range, but our sensors are not picking up anything. Nice. Well, we might as well go check out the thing, shouldn't we? Resource bay, engineering bay, or hacking console. This is a resource bay, isn't it? Might as well shove the thing in the thing. Check. Shove the thing in the thing, yeah. I should probably rethink my phrasing sometimes. Alright, let's upgrade the reactor, because we got enough to do it. Give more power to ordnance, because we got enough stuff to do it. More power! Yes, exactly that. So what's funny from my brain is I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think I actually categorize as a small YouTuber. And this isn't actually me, like, trying to, like, fluff my ego, what little of it still exists. The shocking thing is that my 40,000 subscriber number is, I think it puts me in the, like, top 90 to 95 percentile of the YouTube universe. which is utterly terrifying when you think about it. There are so many YouTubers who are trying to break through, trying to struggle, and trying to do the thing. And I get how hard it is. The only reason you know about me when you get right down to it is because I did some stupid episode about the Star Fury. That was like my second or third episode. And for some reason it took off. And from then on, Sacred Cow Shipyards has been a thing. So the thing is, yes, I fully aware that there are, I am fully aware that there are YouTube channels out there with 1 million, 10 million, 100 million followers out there. They are in the 99.999 bar percentile range. 40K, sadly, is still in the 95 to 90 range, which is kind of depressing in some regard. I don't know. I mean, there are thousands, millions, billions of YouTubers out there who are just trying to do the thing and just can never have the weird breakthrough that I did that I still don't comprehend. Fuck the algorithm. I don't get it. So, yeah, I'm persistent. I'm an asshole. I do my thing and y'all enjoy it. But make sure to go out there and watch other channels too. Specifically channels smaller than me. I need to go fishing for channels smaller than me for the upcoming Christmas thing if I decide to do one of those again. Because I always like using what little power I have to elevate other channels, just trying to do their best too. So, oh no, Javier 707, we have got a backlog you would not believe. If nothing else, there's a very, very persistent member of our audience who keeps insisting that this infinity thing needs to be talked about. So, yeah, we'll see. And there's a lot of bad sci-fi out there too, yes. And the funny thing, Grant Waller, is that my Star Fury episode wasn't even drama. It was just me talking about the Star Fury, and then the next day, the news about the animated Babylon 5 reboot dropped. And for some reason, the algorithm decided that my Star Fury episode was the thing to boost in terms of Babylon 5 content. That thing still holds the record for the most number of viewers ever of all of my content, and I do not understand why. Hey, introverted extrovert, thank you, although I don't know about the And yes, doggottedness does a whole lot of work. Alright, like someone was talking about previously, I can either go one direction or the other, still not the band. I can go yellow plus and then blue out, or I can go red white, white station and out. The plus, we don't know what's at the plus, which is interesting. The B5 turret video? B5 turret video? I remember the Nova video. We did a turret video? I think it was the Nova, yeah. We did the Nova video, and we do love the Nova, but I don't remember doing a turret video. We should do a turret video, because the Babylon 5 station was covered in no less than, I think, 3 different turret styles, which is a fascinating difference in, active defensive systems. So, now that you remind me, there's another topic that we can talk about. Babylon 5 turrets. But yes, we did the Omega episode separately from the Nova episode because they are technically separate ships. Nova's still massively insane. Yo, dog, we heard you like turrets, so we put turrets on your turret so you can turret while you turret. Yeah, kind of nuts. I think you're thinking of the Nova episode, Jed Brown. But I should do an episode about the active defensive turrets that the Babylon 5 station mounted. Because there was the pom-pom launcher, there was the Gatling gun, and then I swear there was a third one that I can't remember off the top of my head. And the pom-poms were meant to shoot down incoming plasma bursts. And the Gatlings, well, not Gatlings, they were more chain gun style. The chain guns were meant to shoot down fighters. And I still think there was a third. It is still funny to keep suggesting that, introverted extrovert. Yeah, the pom-poms were basically counter-plasma weapons, Sean. Since most of the non-humanoid species used plasma bolts as weapons, the pom-poms were meant to shoot those down. And yes, Grant Waller, I appreciate you enjoying that story. That one took some effort to extract. Mostly because it was not a situation that comes up in any kind of like real world scenario. So we had to go digging through memories to pull out that. And well, I'm pretty sure once I put him back, he was okay. Specifically on the Hyperion. Don't know. The Bofors may be the chain guns that I'm thinking of, Ozark the Goat. And yes, the pom-poms were literally counter flak to flak. They shot plasma bolts to shoot down plasma bolts. And can you imagine the targeting computer necessary to track an incoming plasma bolt and then fire a plasma bolt to hit that plasma bolt and thus dissipate both? That's an amazing degree of sensors, and I suppose I should save all of that noise for that episode, because, yeah, that's some insane nonsense. All right, let's go see what this thing is. Captain, we just intercepted an unencrypted tight beam signal with the coordinates and access code for an unmarked cargo container. Set course for container. Just as you set a course, your sensors ping, signaling the presence of a free roamer ship. Judging by its vector and speed, it'll reach the container before you do. Attack the ship. The container is ours! Engage slingshot maneuvers will beat the ship to the container. We ain't got no fuel. Threaten the ship to back off. 40% chance of success. Or ignore the container and move on. It's not worth the trouble. I mean, y'all want me to lean into being the pirate, right? So, I mean, we might as well lean into being the pirate. Let's go pick a fight. Oh, what the hell is that? Why does it contract? What the fornication? What did I just witness with my own ocular receptors? What? What is that little thing? Yeah, there's a gun. Where are the rest of your guns? What? Oh, there's another one. Okay, fine. Oh, it even has station keeping thrusters. That's adorable. What the shit? All right. That's very strange. Weird little boat. Check. All right, we got 6 stuff to throw out. Let's see here. We've got 8 stuff in the queue, so we might as well burn our ordnance surge because we're going to use it. Ordnance surge. Light barrage. Opening shot.
Shredded enemy hull.
Boom, boom, baby. Light barrage. And spread shot, just for good measure. And then, just for the giggles, we might as well add a flak shell card to our hand. Boom. And next turn is going to be exciting, because I might be able to trigger some command abilities that will make a significant difference in the outcomes. Why is that ship carrying a hatchet? No one knows! Sadly, I still have no shields, so that 5 flak barrage is going to come through and smack us upside the head. Boo. quick pulse and flak barrage. You're kind of a jerk, dude. Alright. We've got 4 points available. We might as well trigger the kinetic attack thing, because each of these does 2. Oh. What's 25% of 2? Do they round up? Are they generous? Fudge. The Fennel Frontier? Tarmac, you okay? Add 2 shield pulse cards to my hand. Or 4. We're going to do the 2 shield pulse things. And probably the 4 too on top of that. In the meantime, I hate this situation. Alright. I like the music though. And yes, it does in fact bug me that those turrets are superposed, although technically, since that one's guns are outboard and this one's guns are centerline, they could possibly shoot past each other. Maybe. Just, you know, always aim directly ahead, right? Just always aim directly ahead. It's safer that way. 2 energy, 2 matter, and 2 more energy, so we got this. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, looky here. You ain't got shields yet! Ugh! You muffin fornicating potato. Fine. There we go. And now Palisade. And we need more shield because we're about to... Well, no, we don't actually need more shield. We don't need more shield. Check. Nice. Because we took out their big old gun thing. The flak barrage. No flak barrage for you. We just take 4 damage and that's fine because our shield is 4 powerful. I just completed my 2nd round of FTL in the time I've been watching. Introverted extrovert out here showboating about his multitasking capabilities. Good for him. If you have a skill, you might as well flex about it, right? Alright. We are going to make a freebie in just a second. Light Barrage... freebie light barrage, it looks like we're going to do. And then we'll figure out that in a second. Light barrage does 6, so that'll actually work. Okay, cool. Light barrage. Well, he may just be dead. He is just dead. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's just dead. I was overthinking this. I apologize. He didn't get shields next turn because he died. He dead, yo. Energy Surge. Gain 2, sustain 1 heat. I'm not sure that's actually useful. We can probably find a way to use it, maybe. Probably. It's fine. Leave. Alright. As combat ends, you order a full burn towards a container, racing towards the drifting container before anyone else makes a move. As you close in, you deploy a recon drone to open it and retrieve the cargo without a security scan, I will note. Take the 2 transponders and blast off. Now we have 3 transponders. What the hell am I supposed to do with these things? Great. Weirdo transponder doohickey thingies. Check! I'm going to throw that money at frickin' reactor, because we need so much power. More power! Yeah. Now we're maxed out. Nice. So, Jed Brown, that isn't a theory? But why do I need 3 of them? And sorry, that's not a theory, that's reality. But I still don't know why I need 3 of them. It's very strange. You run into an allied pirate vessel. They are thrilled with the chaos you've been stirring in this system, and send you some credits to fuel more havoc, distracting other factions from their operations. 44 credits transferred. That's all? Seriously? I'm kind of tempted to shake you guys down and extract more credits out of you, except the game won't let me. I mean, like I said, lean into the whole piracy thing, right? Give me more credits, you assholes. Dorks. Okie dokie. We are still in really bad hull position. And sadly, you can't fix your hull outside of a station. And we can't get to that station because we ain't got no fuel. You ain't got no legs. Oh, we do have fuel. Hey! You arrived at a deserted and pillaged refueling station. Upon closer inspection, it looks like some fuel is still left in one of the tanks. 1 fuel! Yay! Scavenger. Hold up, Captain. There's some functional equipment, and we could recover left here. Your scavenger managed to recover salvage worth 24 credits. Nice! Win-win-win across the board. Let's go visit the station. Our sensors indicate a neutral station up ahead. What are your orders, Captain? We'll dock the damn thing! And don't run anyone over, please. We just want to enter the hangar. Thank you. I wonder if we keep saying it, he'll notice more. What? Oh, they're one-shot items? Well, I just docked with... I don't know if this was a neutral station or not. What? Hold on, what? The transponders are one-shots? I mean, I just docked with a neutral station. I don't know if it was a neutral station beforehand. That was already a neutral station. Transponders are one-shots. Oh, well, fudge. Alright. So, making stations neutral burns a transponder. Things you learn! Transponder is a hostile action. Alright, fine, fine. I see how it is. And there's that poor idiot out there again. Or, right? Maybe it's just the angle. I think it's just the angle. Oh, okay. That poor idiot's actually hanging out next to the ship, not on the way in from the ship. He's fine. He's fine. We're probably not going to run him over. Except when the ship rotates to go outbound, and then we might run him over. Also, that poor guy over there. Yes, he does in fact have a friend. Oh, there. Oh, there's another one up there. He's even upside down. How cute. Alright. I don't think I want the weapons bay. Yeah, I don't... Upkeep. Yeah. I'm not skilled enough to understand how to use the weapons bay. So, we're going to unload that thing. Bye-bye. I think we're going to fix our shit. And then buy some fuel. Because you can never go wrong with fuel. Although, should we unlock some card slots? I can't. Never mind. Already went past that point. No big deal. I can unlock those card slots, but at the cost of fuel. And we're going to get some fuel. So, never mind. In fact, we're going to get 2 fuel, because fuel is good. And then we're going to get +2 morale for the next 3 nodes, because command points are a win. And we're good. Beautiful. Alright, let's try not to hit anyone on our way out. Thank you. And let's go pick a fight with the big bad. Boom, baby. Deep Arch Station. Disliked! Let's go pick a fight. How do we get here? Let's not go pick too many fights. I could pick this fight and then that fight and then leave, but that seems like a really poor decision process on my part. So let's go pick a disliked fight and then move on with our lives. Boom, boom, boom. You come across a free roamer ship drifting with its thrusters off. All systems seem to be operational apart from the engines. Shortly after getting into comm range, they reach out to you. Greetings, Captain. We are en route. En route. Literally on. That's not how you spell on in that case. It's en route. To sell some scrap, but our engines broke down before we could cash in, leaving us stranded here with no credits to call on a maintenance ship. We may not be on the best of terms, but surely you agree that stranded is a horrible way to go. Please help us out. Why do I feel like I'm about to lose my engineer? It's a trap! It's a trap! Press B to doubt. I think that one is slowly but surely being anglicized. Yeah, maybe. En route versus en route. I mean, I get it. I mean, is route actually French? R-U-T-E? I know on, E-N is French, but is route French? I don't actually know. But I didn't know if ordnance and ordnance were from the same root word, so clearly my linguistification systems are a little janky. It's Latin. I thought on was French. Well, I guess French is a Romance language, so that makes sense. All right, 50-50, 90-10, shall we? Why would you show compassion anyways? You're right. Decline and proceed. Fair enough. Well, that was boring. Okay, fine. Now we go pick a fight. Linguistic Drift would make an amazing band name. They'd have to be multilingual, though. As your ship head towards the breachway corridor leading out of the system, its sensors pick up a large fleet of unregistered ships forming in the asteroid belt and heading towards the blockade. Heavy fighting appears to be imminent, Captain. It might seem risky, but we could use the chaos to slip by undetected. It's not like we're left with too many choices by the looks of it. Suddenly, the approaching fleet launches a massive coordinated attack, wiping out half of the defending blockade force. Most of the ships are engaged in fighting as you approach, but a massive retrofitted industrial ship is breaking off its course and is heading to intercept your ship. Boo! Deadweight ally. We can't let anyone leave the big event. Our sources say there's an incoming supply convoy carrying equipment and materials worth a fortune. Help us take care of the escort ships and we'll grant you safe passage out of the system along with a share of the plunder. What do you say? Well, I say we be pirates, yo. He had me at loot. All right, fine. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, right? Let's go get some loot. Take what you can, give nothing back. Once again, still love Pirates of the Caribbean. I hate actual pirates on your planet, but I love that movie series. I do love all of it, honestly. I love the first one most of all. I love 2 and 3 more, or not more than the first one. I love 2 and 3 more than the fourth, and the fourth one you know what? It's there. I don't hate it. It's fine. But I just, yeah. Yo ho ho, y'all. I knew I could count on you. You'll be part of our welcoming committee then. I'll ensure our ships lend you their assistance when the time comes. To hell with the relations with the Starkins. Yeah, I think we just burned the relations with the Starkins to the ground, so yeah, not great. Okie dokie, what do we got? He's about to have shields. He's about to smack me with paired pulses. And then a pulse charger. Add 1 pip to all laser pulse. Oh, crap. That's a terrifying card. Woo! Spicy. All right, 2, 2, and 3 conveniently adds up to 7. So we're good to go on that count. There's three pirate movies, just like Alien. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I don't know. I mean, pirates on your planet, once you strip away the romanticization and the stories and the colorful details, they're universally inbred, uneducated failures in life who figure the only way to get ahead is to prey on other people. And as much of an asshole as I am, I can't say I appreciate that very much. And yes, Jed Brown, Johnny Depp is one of those actors who I will simply watch a movie simply because he's in it. Better or worse, richer or poorer, it's fine. And yeah, what happened to Old West movies? What did happen? I mean, yeah, wow. I mean, discounting like, what's his name? Men in Black's Wild Wild West movie, which, well, that was a ride. I won't say it's good, but it was a ride. Oh yeah, Lawrence Frazier. Will Smith, thank you. Yeah, Lawrence Frazier, there's a Latin term for what you're looking for, and I forget what the term is, but yes, basically, engaging in piracy basically makes you an enemy of humanity as a whole. And it's not a term that actually comes up very often, mostly because pansy-assed European courts aren't willing to prosecute people for it. But it is still technically on the books, and yeah. Does No Country for Old Men count as a Western? Yeah, maybe. I could buy that. Also, the 310 to Yuma, I think, counts as a Western. I think it is explicitly a Western. And it is fairly modern and has... doesn't it have Christian Bale in it, maybe? I think. It has somebody big in it. I forget who it has in it. And it is a remake. But yes, there is a Latin term that is legally binding, viable, whatever the right term is, for pirates once they engage in piracy. And it basically means that they can find no quarter in any country, and they are fair game for anyone and everyone. And it basically boils down to, you are an enemy of humanity. And like I said, unfortunately, your modern courts aren't willing to actually prosecute those individuals or provide the defense to individuals who, well, uninstall those individuals. So it has kind of fallen out of favor. But amusingly, as far as I know, it is still on the books. Ah, Cowboys and Aliens. Yes, Tarmac comes in with the win. That is still an amazing movie. There are so many flaws with it, I will not argue, but it is still an amazing movie. Hostis Humani Generis. Yes, thank you. Ozark the Goat comes in with the Latin. It is still technically on the books. I don't know the last time that someone was actually prosecuted for it. I don't know the last time someone was successfully defended by it after they killed some pirates. I wouldn't count on it being a viable defense, but it is still technically there. But yes, hostis humani generis. You are hostile to humanity in general. Therefore, you should not be here on this plane of existence, and we will cheerfully help you with that process. Anyways. Light barrage, then probably twin barrel? Not sure it matters. Light barrage, then something. It's fine. We could trigger the draw thingy. Might as well. Yeah, we might as well. Well, it's a status, yes, Lawrence Fraser, but I don't remember the last time it actually came up in an international court case. In that someone unalived some pirate, and they argued that they were hostis hominis generalis. I don't know when that showed up last time. This is my last fight for this level, yes. We're going to trigger all the happy abilities. Game on, y'all. Game on. All right. 4, 3. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Make it work. What's that guy's name? The gloriously gay gentleman with the beautifully white hair and the impeccable suits on that show with the supermodel. Make it work! Oh, no. Now you're going to make me look it up, Sean. I don't know. Hold on. Ah. What was that guy's name? Tom Gunn. Thank you. There we go. Yes. Tom Gunn. Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn? Tom Gunn? One of those. I know the gun part is correct. And Lawrence Fraser, I think that's what it's meant as. Because after all, after World War II, the whole privateer concept kind of got abandoned. Well, honestly, after World War I. And I think even before that, the whole privateer concept got abandoned. So randos running around taking care of pirates is no longer really on the books or acceptable for humanity right now, which is a goddamn shame if you ask me. But yes, why are they not firing? I know. Sorry. Fine. I'll do the shooting thing. Forget y'all. He's only have shields next turn, so we'll do that next turn. That's fine. I forgot to trigger this guy. Never mind. We'll do one at a time. It's okay. I definitely should have triggered that other guy. It's okay. We'll trigger this guy too and smack the crap out of him. And then we need some... no, we don't need shields yet. Okay. I'm not sure we need both surges. We'll get 5, which will cover these 2. Let's jettison this surge and we'll try again. Okay. Philosophical discussion derailed by violence! Yep, pretty much. But I mean, now that privateers are no longer like a viable option anymore, it's hard to say that the hostis humanus generalis is... it's obviously only applicable to governments, because only governments can engage in, well, anything on the high seas now that privateers are no longer a thing. Which is kind of, I don't know, complicated, given that the United States Congress is constitutionally obligated to sell letters of marque and, Letters of marque and reprisal. Letters of marque and reprisal. I always like the reprisal part of that phrase. It is actually built into the USAN Constitution that their Congress has to sell letters of marque and reprisal. Good luck convincing them to actually do that. It was like good luck convincing the post office to deliver things on time. But it's still there, all the same. It is basically, as far as I can tell, an obligation, Lawrence Fraser, just like the post office is an obligation. They are supposed to sell them, just like they're supposed to ensure the mail is delivered. Now, maybe I'm misreading. Entirely possible. I don't actually care about your laws that much. But, all the same. But now I need to look up the last time that Hostis Humanus Generalis actually came up in a court case. That seems like a very fascinating question for just totally useless reasons. Alright. Massive amount of damage! Hey, Dork. Catch!
Enemy shields down.
You don't say. Blap. Oh, he's going to hit us with 6 plus 4. This is going to suck. Alright, fine. And finally, we did get to use the charge shot the way it was meant to be used. Yes, by the Greymaker. Last used in 1961. My goodness, that is a lot more recent than I thought it would be. Interesting. Oh man, introverted extrovert knows exactly of what he speaks. The United States Postal Service Inspectors Service are utterly terrifying. Do not cross them if you value anything in your life, up to and including your life. You can talk noise about the FBI, you can talk noise about the CIA, you can talk noise about Delta Force or the SEALs or whatever else out there. No, do not fuck with postal inspectors. The USPS is a catastrophic disaster wrapped in a fireball, wrapped in fail and suck and shit. But their inspectors, you should look up some footage and videos and stories about them. They are not great. Yeah. There are some remarkably bad people on your world who the only people they fear are the USPS inspectors. It's you won't believe me, that's fine, look them up. It's totally absurd. Oh, damn. Blinding Pulse, what does that do? On hull damage, apply 1 blind. Owner deals 50% damage, remove 1 stack for each attack played. Fuck that noise! 5 damage, we can block 5 damage, right? We can block 5 damage, we can block 4 damage. Well, fudge. Do not want! Well, sadly, they have brittle. Boo. And we are totally baked out. Oh, rounds down. Double boo. Shred 2 plus half of heat. Total shred 3. And we're at 3 heat, so it rounds down. Boo. Boo this man. 5 damage shred 3, 5 damage shred 4. Okay, fine. 5 damage shred 3. And 5 damage shred 4 plus extra, right? You've got bonus brittle on you now, dude. 2 brittle. Sucks to be you. Oh, that blinding pulse is going to be a bitch. Oh, shield pulse. Yay! Blinding pulse, not a problem. Oh, I haven't heard about the park and forestry rangers in Canada. Now I need to look them up. If they're anything like the postal inspectors, then yeah, don't mess with them. Just don't. Just don't. Seriously. All right. What? Ow! Where did that come from? Oh, that was friendly support. Nice. 1 Starflare missile gets fired at the enemy ship every 3 turns. Win. All right. 6 points. I can't actually burn them this time. How strange. Lock and load. Ooh, nice. Lock and load. Well, we might as well use a blazing barrage and deal 1 damage to ourselves, and it'll be fine. Blazing barrage! And now we're at 4 heat. We are cooking ourselves, sadly. Quick pulse does 5 damage. We'll need to throw up some shields. But in the meantime, suck it up, you dorks. Increase damage for every 2 enemy brittle counters. Well, they've got 2 brittle counters on them, so catch. You friggin' dick muffins. 3 brittle counters. Suck it up, man. Gain 6. We have 2. How much damage are we gonna? We're gonna get 5. We're fine. Just throw a barrier up. We're good. All right. This poor ship is just... Oh, wait. We didn't need shields because I blew up their freaking gun. Sorry. My fault. I burned the card, though, because we didn't need it anymore, so no big deal. In the meantime, they are dead. They're tired. Fire the missiles! Goodbye. So much money. Add a card. Not sure where we can add a card to. Optimization. Gain 1 ordnance for every 2 energy you spend this turn. Ooh, that could be useful. Don't need the mass surge. That's still shooting down missiles. Probing shot. I like that too, but I think I want to do the optimization. It's fine. Supply Depot Mark II. Well, crap. I should not have done the optimization. Salvage, and oh no. Oh. Apparently our cargo bay is much bigger than I thought it was. It can hold all the things. Yay! Alright, fun little diversion. Cap reminds me of my younger days. Now let's get back to our main objective and hope we won't need that bridge we just burned with the Starkin. Yeah, the Starkin really don't like us anymore. Not great. Time to leave. And on that cheerful note, Captain, we are entering the EOS system to fuel harvested while transiting the breachway corridor. Well, that was handy. 2 distress calls. Also interesting. And on that note, we've been doing this nonsense for, nearly 3 hours now. If you have not yet been entertained, you will not be entertained. So I do believe it's time to pull a plug on the entire, live stream thing. I have no idea what comes before us. Our ship is a little banged up, a little upgraded, and so on and so forth. But in the meantime, we're just going to leave the upgrades alone. Strong Dreams wait here. Someone remind me to adjust them next time we play Breachway. And I do hope you are entertained. And if you weren't, well, oh well. And in the meantime, and as always, good night and good luck.